नमस्कार दोस्तों, welcome to Radio Zindagi. मैं हूं कुलराज. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a great moment. As you know that every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, we bring a very special program with one and only Dr. Saket Bhatia is live with us. And of course, as you all know, Dr. Saket Bhatia ji has a PhD in astrology and is a certified professional numerologist with over 25 years of experience. With his combined power of astrology and numerology, he can help you gain direction and provide guidance in your life journey. If you have any questions, you can call Radio Zindagi anytime. जी हाँ दोस्तों, the number is 732-668-3726. Or, folks, so I can tell you one thing, that Dr. Saket Bhatia has been helping so many of you out there in our community, and we are so proud to have him on Radio Zindagi. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Saket Bhatia, his office direct number is 408-639-5300. उनकी वेबसाइट है दोस्तों saketbhatia.com. email करना चाहते हैं info@saketbhatia.com. And what a great honor. Namaskar, Dr. Saket Bhatia. How are you doing?
Namaste. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Good welcome to all the listeners of Radio Zindagi. It's been a while. We've spoken, correct?
Yes, and that's a great honor to have you, sir. And today is a great day for all of us, that we are talking to you about something very, very important which concerns so many of us. So please, let's go ahead and talk about the moon in astrology. And of course, we'll take your calls during the show. So please do call us 732-668-3726. And the significance of the moon, what impacts you. So welcome, Dr. Saket Bhatia. How are you?
I am fine. So last week we touched base. We discussed briefly about the moon. The moon क्या होता है? Why moon is important in astrology? In fact, if you turn channels on, रात के टाइम पे जब astrologers आते हैं इंडिया में, they say आज एरीज के लिए ये है, टॉरस के लिए पॉडकास्ट ये है. It is all based on moon. It is not based on your ascendant. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
So moon is your mind. That's why it is so important. That's why we put emphasis on the moon. इसलिए हम कहते हैं कि आप moon से क्या सीख सकते हो, and why moon needs to be made stronger in your chart. It is all about your mind. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this show we are going to dedicate to the moon. Last show we spoke about moon in brief. We introduced concepts of the moon, कि moon कहाँ strong होता है, कब strong होता है. And as an astrologer, why I focus so much on the moon? See, astrology is all about possibilities. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you go to an astrologer, it would be wrong for him to say, you will become a doctor, you will become, a dentist, or you will become an engineer. You have free will. You can choose. An astrologer has to give you possibilities by telling you medical profession is good for you. If you do medical profession, you can become a surgeon. Okay. If you are going to do engineering, we recommend that you do electrical, or you do computer science, or you do mechanical, you do civil. At the end of the day, life aapki hai. You have free will. You have the ability to choose. Same thing, जब शादियां होती है, you go to an astrologer, he tells you, देखिए शादी तो होगी, अच्छी देगी, but during these times you will have stress in your marriage. Okay, so you can prepare better in life. It is all based on moon. Moon is your mind. Moon tells you how to adapt, how to adjust, and how to get satisfaction of everything in life. If your chart has a strong moon, we can immediately say you'll have a good mind, you'll be happy, you'll be content. Agar aapka moon weak hai, then you're going to have all kinds of wavering thoughts. If moon has bad aspects on it, for example, moon is looked on by Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, then it leads to people going crazy. जितने mental asylum में लोग होते हैं, they have severely afflicted moon. Okay, afflicted moon means very weak and bad aspects on it. On the other hand, अगर आपका moon bad dignity में हो, which means it's not like a happy moon, then you have a bad upbringing. You don't complete your education. अड़चन आती है लाइफ में. So this is what moon is. Now you are on radio, Kulraj. You've been doing radio for years, correct?
Yes, sir.
So अगर हम आपका moon study करें जो हमने किया है, it becomes a moon which is popular. Moon placed in the 11th house, 3rd house, 6th house, 8th house, they make a person popular in life. So you like the fame, you like the fact that people are looking up to you. But as you get more and more famous, you become more and more popular. Responsibility भी बढ़ जाती है. Like you
बिल्कुल.
have to, you know, set an example for people. And that's what I always tell people. अगर आपका moon strong है, nothing in life is going to stop you. Okay. Sun is self-confidence, moon is mind, ascendant is you. अगर ये तीनों planets strong कर दे हम, then we know for a fact you're going to be very successful. अगर इनमें से एक भी weak होता है, then you have to work on it. If you have a good mind but lack of self-confidence, you won't get very far.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yes.
And same thing we say जब आदमी मरता है, right? Let's say you're in coma. If you're in coma, your body is still there. Your soul is still there. Your mind is not there. So your moon is off. Now this is called coma. Medically, when a man is dead, his sun is dead. The soul is gone. The mind is gone, but the body is still there. So when death in astrology is also three types: death of the soul, death of the mind, death of the body. Paralysis is death of the body, but not death of the mind, not death of the soul. See, ये थोड़ा confusing है, but it makes total sense. So moon is important because moon deals with you, your mind, your relations with your mother. अगर आपका moon weak है, you will suffer from diseases, disease of the lungs, disease of blood. Heart attack can be caused because of weak moon. Blood impurity, TB, low blood pressure. All this is caused by the moon. It's a positive planet. चार्ट में अच्छा होता है. जब moon आपका strong हो, then we know that you can be one of the fallen. You can be a nurse. You can be a doctor. You could be an author. You could be in professions related to tourism, advertising. You could work in hospice facility.
Mm-hmm.
You could be mechanical engineers. You could be sailors. You could be travelers of the world. This is important जब moon strong है. अगर आपका moon weak है, हमने last time कहा था remedies for a weak moon. I know you believe in remedies a lot for that. Remedies for a weak moon. We recommend Monday evening. Go to a temple, gurdwara, church, wherever you want. You can donate rice, milk, curds, white cloth. The typical gemstone of moon is a pearl. These are remedies for moon. These are what make the moon stronger. Okay. Body parts में moon deals with your calves. Sun is right eye, so moon is left eye. Okay, your stomach. ये सब moon discuss करता है. So if you come and say, my moon is weak, the first thing I'll do is I'll see what medical condition you have and how your eyesight is and how your blood flow is. जितने women को breast cancer होता है, we almost always see some connection of moon with Saturn and Rahu or Ketu. In the 4th house, that causes breast cancer. जिनको ovarian cancer होता है, it is again moon with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Lord of the 12th, but this time it is sitting in the 8th house. This is what causes cancer. This is what causes disease. So moon important है. Okay.
You know, I just want to get attention of all the listeners. If you want to speak to Dr. Saket Bhatia at this moment, folks, this is your opportunity and there is no obligation. You can just call 732-668-3726 and you can speak to Dr. Saket Bhatia now. It's no obligation, but after the show, if you want to make an appointment, that is 408-639-5300 is the number. His website is saketbhatia.com. And of course, you want to send an email, info@saketbhatia.com. And, you know, जैसे कि आप moon की बातें कर रहे हैं, doctor, I can tell you one thing that I can feel it, that जो अगर आपका moon सही नहीं है, तो you can have so many issues in life.
Your primary issue in life is going to be despair, dissatisfaction, the ability to give up on hard work, and just mental depression in general. This is what it starts with the moon. The moon strong होना चाहिए. कुछ भी करो, जैसे हम वास्तु बात करते हैं, when you do Vastu, आप वास्तु का शो करते हो, right?
Ji.
उस शो में the key focus is always cleanliness. Have you realized?
Yes.
अपना घर साफ रखो, घर साफ रहेगा तो माइंड खुश रहेगा, माइंड खुश रहोगे तो आप प्रोग्रेस करोगे लाइफ में, करेक्ट? What is mind? It is moon.
Moon.
So everything that you can do to make your moon better is good. Abhi, you came to work today. You have some traffic when you come, right? The traffic makes you
Traffic, barish, crazy weather.
So when you come here, a crazy weather gets you down a little. जब बारिश होती है, gloomy weather होता है, people get a little depressed. That is moon. There are some people who are always optimistic. खुश रहते हैं, no matter what. Right? I'll count you as one of those people. आप हमेशा खुश रहते हो रेडियो पे. So that is your moon. You have to learn to be happy in life. Whatever you've got, learn to appreciate it. Whatever you don't have, see, is it realistic? आपको वो मिल सकता है? अगर मिल सकता है तो उसके लिए काम कीजिए. You'll get it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about moon, what the moon does, how the moon, is strong or weak in your chart. So moon की जब हम पढ़ते हैं astrology में, we look at moon in three things. First, moon in the nakshatra, moon in a sign, and moon in a house. ये तीन चीजें देख के हम जज कर सकते हैं, is your moon strong or weak. So if moon happens to be in the nakshatra of sun, it makes you a very temperamental person in general. Okay. अगर moon अपने ही नक्षत्र में आता है, you become carefree, jovial, you have good health, you become a good placement. Moon अपने घर में अच्छा रहता है. If moon is in the nakshatra of Mars, it typically gives skin disease. Okay, it causes blood in urine, which is kidney stones. This is by moon in Mars. Moon in Mercury, generally people are very imaginative. बहुत सोचते हैं लाइफ में, हम ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. They do well. It's a very good placement. Moon in Jupiter, by far the best. It makes you robust body, robust health. अगर moon Venus के नक्षत्र में आ जाता है, then body becomes weak. You have delicate health, and we see this in lots of, we all know people जो ठीक मार्ग से बीमार पड़ जाते हैं, because they have this placement of moon in the nakshatra of Venus. इनको डर भी बहुत लगता है, छोटी छोटी बीमारियों से डर लग जाता है. Moon in Saturn nakshatra causes mental disease, pessimistic, depression. Moon in Rahu causes phobia. Person becomes very timid. And moon in Ketu, it makes you very aggressive. So, हर एक चीज का कुछ ना कुछ placement है. When you come to an astrologer and we sit and we do detail, we study your moon in detail before we meet you. And then we ask you questions before you tell us why you're here to talk to us. तो हम पहले आपका moon देखेंगे. अगर आपका moon Mars के नक्षत्र में है, we will ask you, do you have any skin problem yet? You say no. We start saying दशा कब आएगी? We'll tell you in advance. ये दशा में आपको skin problem होने का chance है. This is what will happen. Okay. So moon very important in astrology. Critical element.
I want to give the number once again to all the listeners of Radio Zindagi. The number to call in the studio is 732-668-3726. I repeat, 732-668-3726. 732-668-3726. And you can speak to Dr. Saket Bhatia right now. And after the show, you can make an appointment, 408-639-5300. Friends, over the weekend, I met a lot of people with a lot of issues, and I told them they should connect with you because sometimes you don't have solution for problems. And I think what we are talking about moon today, that might be your problem too, the listeners who are listening to Radio Zindagi right now. Yes, sir.
So अगर आपको लगता है कि लाइफ में हर एक चीज अटक के चल रही है, I'm using the word अगर आपको लगता है, because that is your moon, that is your analysis, then give us a call. If you think आपकी लाइफ में there is a lot of stress, well, that's your moon. If you're not able to adapt to situations, or you think people are not adapting to you, that is your moon. These are the three things that moon will govern in your life. The three things that moon governs in your character, your personality, your chart. adaptability, personality, and happiness. Three very, very important things. The moon is not responsible for intelligence. He's not responsible for wisdom. He's not responsible for self-confidence or anything else. These three factors are very important in life. And moon deals with these three very delicately. Moon is a very delicate planet. Unlike the sun, which is very bright, the moon reflects the light of the sun. What does that mean? It means you change your personality based on your surroundings. You adapt based on the people around you. If you're a very rigid person, it's not going to do you much good in life. Okay. So let's see what else can moon do. When you look at the moon in astrology, it must be at least 72 degrees from the sun. If moon is strong, then it becomes more than 72 strong ho jata hai. It does not lose its luster. But if it's very close to the sun, it becomes a problem. Because many people whose moon happens to be very close to the sun, okay, they happen to have strange relations with the mother. Moon does not represent mother. Moon represents your relationship with your mother. Strained relationship could mean not the best terms or staying far away from your mother, right? Or losing your mother at early childhood days. This is because of your moon. Moon should not be close to the sun. Moon is a fast-moving planet in astrology. It moves very, very fast. So it doesn't come that close to the sun often and then goes away. If moon and sun come in the same house, हम इसे eclipse कहते हैं. Whichever house is eclipsed becomes a very powerful force in your life. If it is in your second house, money becomes a dominant factor. You make a lot of money, you lose a lot of money. If it comes in your 10th house, you suddenly gain popularity, fame, and you become successful in business, and one fine day everything comes crashing down. Right? And then you have to work very hard to build it. Remember. So moon does this to you. Okay. Moon जब Venus से 5 घर दूर होता है or 9 houses away, it causes eye defect. It causes blindness. It causes distorted vision. This is what moon does. After accidents, I have seen people who have something called double vision. And I look at their chart, I clearly see moon and Venus are 5 or 9 houses away. Dasha moon Venus ki aayi thi. Accident ho gaya, it cannot be fixed for life. Right? Agar aapka moon is sitting in a kendra, which means house 1, 4, 10 or 7, and it is aspected by Jupiter. I don't care aap kahan paida hue the, where you were born. If you work hard, you will rise in life to a kingly status. That's how strong a powerful moon aspected by Jupiter is. Now, you may not know this, but it's important for you, for somebody to tell you. In life may you have the potential to rise. You have the potential to grow, right? Our job is not to tell you, you should do this or you should do that. Our job is to tell you, give you direction and say, you have the chance to become a king. Do it. If your moon sits in the same house, in D1 and D9 chart, हम इसे वर्गोत्तम कहते हैं. कुछ strong moon होता है ये. इसके positive भी है, negative भी है. The positive aspect is you'll be content in life. The negative aspect is no matter what you do, you'll be content. आप अगर अच्छा नहीं करते हो, you're still content. Even if you achieve very little success, you're very happy. You must know such people, right? जो लाइफ में ज्यादा तरक्की नहीं करते फिर भी खुश है.
मैं उनमें से एक हूँ.
नहीं, this is called वर्गोत्तम मून. इसमें लोग खुश रहते हैं. See, I told you, इसका पॉजिटिव भी है, नेगेटिव भी है. पॉजिटिव तो आपको बता दिया कि you'll be very happy. Negative is the potential you have in life. आप जहाँ जा सकते हो, you're not going to do it because आप बहुत ही खुश होते हो. And happiness in general is a positive thing, but it stops you from achieving your dreams. No? Do you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
That is one thing. Growth अटक जाती है किसी की because of that. Okay. Now let's talk about other aspects of the moon. अगर moon Cancer में होता है, then it becomes a very lovable person. Generally, when you look at friends who are always ready to help you, they are moon in Cancer. अगर मून आपका नीच का हो, then it becomes health problems. और अगर मून नीच का हो और उसकी कैंसिलेशन हो, then गुस्से वाला आदमी बन जाता है. Okay. Moon aspected by a bad planet makes you a miser. These are just yogs जो हमने देखे हैं. अगर आपका moon weak है, like I said, you can have not the best relations with mother, but अगर moon afflicted हो or weak हो, then it causes chronic ailments to mother. The key word I'm using is chronic, something that cannot be cured. Okay. अगर moon debilitated ho, debilitated means weak, and he is aspected by Mars, almost always gives blood cancer, leukemia. I know what I'm saying sounds strange, but it is very true. This is tried and tested on thousands and thousands of charts for thousands of years. Iski documentation hai. When people who go to astrologer have cancer, we look at their chart. It is moon. Moon is the flow of blood. Okay. अगर मून गलत नक्षत्र में बैठा हो और उसके ऊपर गलत प्लैनेट का एस्पेक्ट हो, you are going to fall sick. It's a matter of time when you fall sick. Okay. मून अगर छठे, आठवें या 12वें घर के लॉर्ड के साथ एस्पेक्टेड हो, it gives you weak mental strength. अगर मून 9th लॉर्ड 8th में बैठ जाए, it makes you yes.
एक कॉल लेते हैं.
Sure.
You are live with us? Hello, you are live with us? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can I talk to Dr. Saket Bhatia?
Please go ahead.
Kulraj, the call dropped. I can't hear
Dr.
anything.
Bhatia, my name is
Call
my
has dropped.
name
Can you call me back?
Sunny, and I want
Anything.
to talk about my son's career. Can you hear me?
Actually, I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Loud and clear. Okay, hi Shalini.
Yeah, I want to. My son's date of birth is 22nd March 2004,
Okay.
Okay.
and his place of birth is Delhi, and it is at 8:15 p.m.
1 minute, please. One second.
He wants to.
He's born in New Delhi, right?
Yes.
8:15 at night.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
He is studying and he is confused about his career. He wants to choose between medical and engineering field. I would like to know what is the right field for him, where he can go and where he can progress. That is the major concern at this point.
So your focus is primarily what your son needs to do, medicine or engineering, right?
He himself is also confused.
Okay. This happens to be a chart which is Libra ascendant. Okay. Libra ascendant ka ascendant is sitting very well in the 7th house. So we know कि life में he is going to get satisfaction. ये chart देखते हैं, the first thing we notice is the house which is ruling career, which is moon, is placed in the 6th house, which is service. This is not the chart of somebody who's an engineer. Okay. Saturn जब 9th house में बैठ जाता है, it gives good surgical skills. I'm not sure if this is the chart of medicine, but this is more of a dentistry chart. देखिए, Moon is the planet of higher education also. Moon is the planet of adaptability. वो service के घर में बैठ गया. So he's going to do service to the people. Moon itself is the Lord. Moon is the Lord of serving people, right?
सर्विस के घर में बैठा है, सन के साथ जुपिटर का घर है वो, तो yes, this is 110% dentist की chart, but not a dentistry. This is more advanced dentistry, like an orthodontist, somebody who's done surgery. उनकी chart है. This is what this chart represents. Now, mind you that he's still very young, right? He's only 20 years old.
Yeah.
अभी उनको time है before they can even get admitted. The earliest I see him getting admitted is July 2026, which is 2 years down, because Saturn की जो दशा आती है, इस कुंडली में Saturn is a very, very strong, very good planet. So you should wait for that. Okay. Good luck.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Bhatia. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your call. You're listening to Radio Zindagi, and we are live with Dr. Saket Bhatia. And the number to reach him is 732-668-3726. That is 738. That's 732-668-3726. And that's the number to reach him. And you can always call after the show, 408-639-5300. So that is a number to make an appointment. His website is drsaketbhatia.com, and you can email him at this number, the info@saketbhatia.com, saketbhatia.com. You are with us, doctor?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Yeah. So anybody right now who's joined us, please call 732-668-3726 to speak to Dr. Saket Bhatia. And today we are talking about moon and how what role a moon plays. And trust me, little time, little investment, and little intelligence, I think it can change your career, your life, and you can be very successful what you are looking for. So I think it's really an amazing opportunity for you that Dr. Saket Bhatia, who's so busy, he takes time out, he comes out on the radio to help the community, guide people. There are so many people out there who have so many issues and problems in their life, and they don't know what is going on. I think the way you invest in other things in life, this is also an opportunity to invest time, some money, and of course, get the knowledge from Dr. Saket Bhatia's number to reach him is 408-639-5300 after the show. And if you want to talk to him right now, the number is 732-668-3726 is the number to speak with him. Yes, doctor.
Yeah. So we'll continue talking about moon. Because
Yeah, we'll take a call, doctor. There's another caller who wants to speak to you. Sure.
Okay.
Hello, you can call us back. So, folks, 732-668-3726 is the number. And we are talking to Dr. Saket Bhatia. And 732-668-3726. Hello, you're live with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hi.
Look about moon only, because it's a very controlling planet, no?
Yes.
Very dominant planet in the chart. Very influential planet. It shapes you for who you are. Life में बाद में पता चलता है कि where you stood in life and what you could do.
Yeah, you're live with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I wanted to check, my son, he graduated, is looking for a job, and, when we get the job, if we can figure it out.
Sure. What is your name or your son's name?
Son's name is Yash, Y-A-S-H.
Okay, yes, good. And when is Yash born?
September 19, 2000.
September 19, 2000. Okay.
Yep.
And Yash was born on a Tuesday. And time of birth?
Time of birth was something around 1:30.
In the morning or afternoon?
Yeah, after.
Afternoon. And so he's born at 1:30 in the afternoon. What is his place of birth?
No.
New York. New York City?
Yes.
And your question again is just when is he going to get a job?
Yeah. Or he should study further, or
What has he done?
finance.
So it's going to do fairly well, okay? His chart happens to be a Scorpio ascendant. In the Scorpio chart, Mars is the dominant planet, and we always say wherever the planet shifts, that house is going to do well. Now, Mars sits in the house of careers, which is the 10th house. Good placement. If he had done finance, Mercury is the ruling planet, which happens to sit in the 11th house. Good placement, good chart. At this time, he is running Rahu Ketu Dasha. Look, Rahu Ketu is not a good Dasha for him. It is a bad Dasha for him. It is, and that Dasha gets over September 2024, right? So you have to wait till 2024 September before you can even do anything meaningful. After that comes the Venus Dasha. He's got lots of luxuries, lots of stuff in life. But to answer your question, should he study more or should he do? I think looking at his chart, he doesn't need to study more at this time. He's fine. He should focus more on working and he should get a job. It's a matter of time, but I don't see anything till at least October. There's no Dasha, unfortunately.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your call. And folks, if you just joined us, this is Radio Zindagi 540 AM, 1310 AM, and of course 96.7 FM. We are live with Dr. Saket Bhatia. As you know, Dr. Saket Bhatia is very well known all over North America, all over the world for the service he's doing for 25 years. Great experience with a combination power of astrology and numerology. He can help you gain direction and provide guidance in your life's journey. What a great opportunity for all our listeners and all our people who are tuned in to Radio Zindagi. I think this is a great opportunity for our community to connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia live on Radio Zindagi and to reach him after the show, 408-639-5300. And his website is saketbhatia.com. And if you want to send an email, info@saketbhatia.com. I will also advise a lot of big corporations out there. I think it's a good idea to invite him to your office where he can make a presentation and talk to the employees and give them guidance and give them the strength and make them understand how numerology and astrology combination works and how they can be more successful for the business, for the company, and for whatever you are doing and achieve more. I myself, since I met Dr. Saket Bhatia, it has been an amazing experience for me to understand more about myself, how I can accomplish more with my mind, body, soul, understanding myself more. That's life all about. You want to achieve more. So I thank you, Dr. Saket Bhatia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. So, you brought something very interesting. You said companies, individuals. I used to work with many people in the past who were software programmers in companies, program management. They had big dreams. I want to start a company. I want to do business. And I've told many of them, not yet. I remember telling a person once, this is many years ago, I told him, do not start a company at all. And he said, but I want to grow big in life. I said, don't worry, something will happen. Something good is going to happen. 5 years later, he ended up getting, promoted and so on. And the company he used to work for got acquired. After the company got acquired by private equity, they again went back and floated the company, took it public. But this time they took him as the CEO. The company is worth over $12 billion. The individual has done fantastically well for himself. This is not one isolated case. We have dozens of these cases. We can tell you. Sometimes in life, you want to get to a certain place. You may think you want to start something. You may think it is, through your efforts, maybe partnership is better for you, right? Maybe somebody comes and drops a stone somewhere and says, let's do this thing together. So that is what astrology is going to tell you. जब टाइम आएगा तब टाइम होगा then things will happen. You cannot change your time. You cannot change your destiny. God has written things for you which are going to happen. It is up to you to accept it and to make the best use of it when that time comes. That's what I'm trying to tell people on this show. On this particular a special show of the moon, हम यही बताना चाहते हैं कि your mind is the key player in your life. If you have a strong mind, nothing bad can happen. If your moon is very strong, it makes you a responsible person. It makes you very imaginative. You come up with these fancy ideas. So you can be very creative. That's what good moon does. Right? अगर आपका moon अच्छा है chart में, it gives you elastic personality. So you're able to adjust to change, adjust to challenges. You're able to adapt to them. So these are certain things of the moon. Now, अगर moon 8th house में पहुंच जाता है and it is very weak, then it causes infant mortality also. जो बच्चे पैदा होते हैं and they're stillborn kids is because we look at the chart. That is what the timing was. If Saturn or Rahu is one sign behind the moon and there is no other planet, nothing. Again, अगर moon के पीछे Saturn Rahu हो and there is no other planet aspecting the moon, then this is the chart of somebody who is going to be very famous in the world. They'll create a big name for themselves in the field. I know it sounds really mind-boggling, but this is true. ये notes है हमारे पास. We keep these. We analyze your chart when we look at these things. Combination of moon with Mars makes you highly erratic, highly emotional. You have less control over your mind. ये वही लोग हैं जो बहुत कुछ बोल देते हैं without thinking what they're supposed to say. Right? Moon Mercury combination makes you very active-minded, intelligent person. Right? You have lots of common sense, quick-witted. You like to joke with people. If afflicted, then you tend to be very sarcastic. अगर अच्छा है, then lots of stand-up comedians have Moon-Mercury combination. Okay, lots of people who do comedy in movies, they have Moon-Mercury combination. अगर Moon-Mercury 3rd, 6th, 8th या 12th में हो, then you become very wealthy and you make money through this. This is people who write Hollywood movies, Bollywood movies, and so on. जो authors होते हैं, जो stories लिखते हैं, they have Moon Mercury placed in 3, 6, 8 or 12th house. So when you ask me, हमें क्या career करना चाहिए? I always tell people, let's study your moon. Let's study where it's placed. Let's study your other planets. Okay. अगर moon Jupiter के साथ आ जाता है, it makes you very optimistic in life, broad-minded, intelligent, right? Moon and Venus. Moon is mind, Venus is love. अगर ये साथ में आ जाता है, it makes you a very romantic person. You like beauty, you like fine things in life. You like fashion, fine art, fine dining. अगर Moon Venus 7th or 11th house में आ जाता है, then it typically means multiple marriages, multiple partners. Moon Venus अगर opposite घर में आ जाता है, you'll have no problem of wealth in your life. Okay. But अगर Moon Venus 6th या 8th house में आ जाते हैं, then it gives you health problems. Okay. We generally like women to be born at night and men to be born in the morning. It makes the chart stronger. Right? Moon Rahu combination जो है, it gives materialistic instincts. Person wants more fame, wants more money, because Rahu is a planet of expansion. Okay. It does that. Whether it is money, whether it is happiness, whether it is disease, Rahu gives excess. That's the problem with Rahu. जब Rahu excess देता है moon के साथ, it can give you multiple houses, more land. But at the same time, it can also give you a little bit of spirituality. Moon Ketu जो है, that is a deadly combination because जितने योगी, संत, महाराज दिखते हैं, they have Moon Ketu. They're disconnected from the world. They don't have much to do with their family, friends. They don't even have much to do with themselves. They're happy just, living a spiritual life. It's like I call it deadly combination because they're not connected with the world. Moon Saturn. जब Moon Saturn का combination होता है, conjunction हो जाता है, then it typically अगर साथ में बैठ जाए, it creates some sort of mental stress. आदमी बहुत hard working होता है, but pessimistic होता है. They get afraid of failure, low self-esteem. Moon Saturn also gives you huge concentration, which makes sense, right? Because Saturn is the planet of hard work and Moon is your mind. You can focus. ये अच्छा होता है, right? अगर Moon Saturn का combination है, ये एक दोष बनाता है. Okay. पुनपरा दोष जो होता है, this is a दोष जो लाइफ में डिले देता है. This दोष will cause delay but not denial, which is very nice. हार्ड वर्क करोगे मिलेगा, नहीं करोगे तो भी मिलेगा, बट मिलेगा आपको जरूर. ये जो दोष है, इट इज अ डिजायर्ड दोष. मून सैटर्न बहुत स्ट्रेस देता है, लेकिन अगर आप काम करो, यू विल डू फैंटास्टिकली वेल इन लाइफ. पुनराप्रह दोष कहते हैं इसे हम. सो what the takeaway is, moon is so impactful in your chart, moon is so powerful in your chart. इसकी placement will shape you, your personality, your life, how you interact with people, how the world is going to perceive you, how much you will adapt, how powerful you're going to be. These are very important. It's all moon. जितने लोग charity करते हैं, they have very strong moon. Good looking, attractive faces is not Venus, it is moon. अगर moon आपके second house में बैठ जाता है, then we know handsome person, beautiful looking woman. जितने Miss World, Miss Universes होते हैं, majority of them have Moon Rahu combination. Remember that. Rahu is expansion, Moon is beauty. And अगर ये second house में बैठ जाते हैं, it's considered very nice. Moon first house में जब जाता है, it causes lack of independent judgment. Moon, because first house जो है, Kulraj, this is your house of everything. And when the mind is focusing on everything, it cannot do well in any one field. That's why moon in the first house, mind wander ho jata hai. Okay. Third house is wealth, values. It is also your courage. So agar moon yahan chala jata hai, then it makes you a very courageous person, or you think you can take on the world. Right? Third house is also travel. So jitne hum Uber drivers dekhte hain, they have a career driven with moon. We see that. Fourth house is what? It is your home, where you get happiness. Fourth house mein moon is considered very strong. It is called directional strength. चौथे घर में moon अच्छा होता है, but it is not good for mother. You will be distant from your mother. There will be some stress. It is called karak. जब कारक अपने घर में बैठता है, it will cause some damage to the living thing, which is mother. Relation with mother, health of mother, they will all be impacted because of it sitting in the fourth house. It can give you lots of properties. It will give you big houses, but it's going to hurt that. Fifth house is romance, children, creativity, intelligence, speculation. Agar moon yahan aa jata hai, it does all of the above. All of them you will get. Sixth house mein moon is not welcome. Sixth house is disease. Agar yahan baithta hai, it causes health problems. Asthma, very typical with the moon, remember. If moon is in the seventh house, it generally results in early marriage with a beautiful, dutiful partner, whether husband or wife, gives material prosperity. Okay? People are very sociable. Good placement of the moon, definitely. Agar 8th house mein hota hai, then it gives gains after marriage. So you make money after you marry. कहते हैं your partner brought you luck. But it also shortens the life of your partner or your mother. So you see there is a trade-off. Except 7th house, there is always a trade-off. कहाँ moon बैठा है. अगर moon 9th में बैठ जाता है, it gives you lots of travel. It makes you religiously inclined. It gives you, right from wrong. You will fight for what you think is right, whether it is right or wrong. 10th में जाता है, तो it makes you travel a lot. Comfortable, wealthy life. Okay. You'll do multiple careers, multiple businesses, multiple fields. Agar moon 11th house में चला जाता है, it's called Upache house. This is a welcome sign. 11th house में जो planet जाता है, they are very welcome. They grow over time. Now, जो 11th house में है, it gives easy success in life. Right? Lucky position. And 12th house में, very charitable person. Success in foreign land. and spiritual mother. अभी हमने जो discuss किया, these are positions of moon in different houses. We haven't even discussed the position of moon in different signs. Do you understand? House, sign, and the dignity of moon, ये तीनों चीजें देख के हमें पता चल जाएगा exactly where you stand. You know, sometimes I wish that court cases were based on astrology. It would be so easy to correctly say if the person has committed the crime or not.
Cool.
So it is not possible for us to go over all the signs, and it's not going to help our listeners. हम यहाँ पर ये नहीं बता रहे हैं listeners को हमारी knowledge क्या है. We are here to tell the listeners that astrology can tell you what path you are going to come across in life, what path you have to take, and how you should choose wisely for success. Life will give you multiple choices every day. When you came to work, you said, "Aaj barish thi, traffic tha." You could have taken an alternate route. You did not. Why? Because this is your chosen preferred route. Correct? This is what astrology is. People get comfortable with their chosen route. They say, you know, it's very funny. I was driving. I used to live in LA. And I used to drive from Huntington Beach to Irvine, always taking a freeway. I did it for 3 years. 3 saal baad somebody told me, "Have you tried taking the inside road?" I said, "I don't know it exists." Bolta hai, "See, try." So I took that inside road. I'm talking 20 years ago. I reached faster and I started taking that road. तो जब तक कोई आपको रास्ता नहीं दिखाता, alternate route, आप वही रास्ते पे जाते जाओगे. Right? अभी you have done so much. You've done acting, modeling, voiceover, radio, production, right? Why did you do so many things? It's not like एक चीज आती है तो दूसरी आ जाती है automatically. Just like you, there are many other RJs also. But why have you experimented with so much and not others? Do you know? It is your moon. Your moon is very strong. Your moon is an adapting moon. आपका moon जो आपकी chart में है, it gives you the ability to try something new without the fear of failure. Right? एक moon होता है हमें try. Yes.
I never imagined that I'll get into radio RJing and talking on the radio and talking to Dr. Saket Bhatia, and it's an amazing experience. I feel great about it.
See, एक होता है you are afraid of failing, एक होता है you want success, और third होता है I will take life as it comes. Right? I think all three have their own strengths and all three have their own weaknesses. But it is important to understand you are who you are for a reason. And in life, you must do better. You have to do better. अगर आप यहीं पर आके रुक जाते हो, then believe me, at some point of time down the line, you're going to feel bad and say, why didn't I do this? Astrologer helps you. A good astrologer makes you. That's what I like to tell people. We can get you from point A to B faster, better, and in a way in which you never thought possible. So I'm not saying come to me. Go to any astrologer. But jaiye. If you can go to a doctor once a year for a checkup, go to an astrologer. You will be surprised with what inputs you get if you go to somebody who knows their stuff. How they can guide you and what confidence you can get in your life through an astrologer. It will be phenomenal for you. Don't go to an astrologer when you're facing difficulties. Go to an astrologer when good times are going on. How do you make them better also? Yeah, astrologer bata sakta hai aapko.
That is so amazing, Dr. Saket Bhatia. I must thank you, and on the behalf of the team of Radio Zindagi, I want to thank you for taking time out and changing lives of others. And I think, please, folks, get in touch with him, 408-639-5300. That's the number to make an appointment. And trust me, it's worth it. His website is saketbhatia.com. And, of course, email info@saketbhatia.com. Dr. Saket Bhatia, thank you so much for this valuable information about moon. I think all the listeners of Radio Zindagi, wherever they're tuned in, they must have enjoyed. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful
Thank you so
week ahead.
much. We'll talk to you next week, Kulraj. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.